Hello, this is David Lee from howtostartownbusiness.co.uk. Today's presentation is about how to turn your words into profit. Yes, I am totally serious because the words you use can either make or break a transaction, a sale, and therefore the bottom line is your profit. And if we continue to use the word patterns that we've always used that do not work, we are continually going to lose business and we don't even know it. Because has anybody ever explained that before today to you? That's what we're going to be discussing. Turn your words into profit. Now the revelations are going to be in the three parts I've broken it into: talk less, listen more, and ask questions. So get ready, take notes, listen to what I have to say. Talk less. What do I mean, talk less? If you've got in your mind what it is to be a salesperson, we all have to be salesperson. When you got married, if you got married, if you ever courted somebody, whatever, you were a salesperson. You were endearing onto the other person the benefits of sharing your life with them, or whatever the analogy may be. But quite often they want to be impressed by who you are more than what you say. So typically, if we think of ourselves as a salesperson, we want to start talking and tell everybody about how trustworthy we are, how honest we are, and how reliable the product is. Now, when I say to you, who would you believe more what comes out of somebody's mouth? Another person who talks about what it is they say, do, everything about them that you don't know, or are you more likely to believe what comes out of your mouth? Now think of that from the point of view of the salesperson. If the potential customer believes more what they say than what you say, guess who should do the talking, and therefore guess who should talk less? The answer should be obvious from what I just said. So therefore, if we can learn to listen more and talk less, guess what? Who's doing the talking now? Not you. You are there listening to what the problems are of the person that's come to you. Because believe it or not, they may think that you have the service they need, or they may think that you have the product, but when they realize what it is, it may not be a fit, it may not be a match. And if you start talking about what it is, you may have switched them off straight away. So the key is to find out what they're trying to achieve, what they're trying to do. And therefore it needs you to be an active listener, somebody that's going to be able to say what it is. And guess what? If you are able to take that information in, and even if it's on a subsequent visit or subsequent meeting, you can recall the conversation you had last time because you've taken mental notes and probably notes after the meeting, so that you're developing a relationship with the person. They're not just there as a sale, as you don't care, because they will pick up on that. If you start acting and talking like a salesperson, it will switch them off very quickly. So listen more is a vital key. But there's one missing link out of this. Yes, I've said to talk less, listen more. But when you talk, it's the questions that you ask that make all the difference. Because unless you're asking the right questions, you're not going to get the answers. People act and do things most of the time on emotion. It's an emotional reason that is eventually what the person falls back onto. Do they feel good in the stomach? Do they feel good about it? They may be talking about the logical side of things, but eventually they'll give justification to the logic through the emotion. And therefore, the questions you need to be asking really have to be emotional based. What will it do for your life if you have my product? How would it change your circumstances if, for example, you had a beautiful dinner at my restaurant with the person that you love? What would that mean to you? And therefore you're starting to engage the person to bring out the reasons why they want something, what they're really looking for. Because when you realize you're trying to solve a problem, the answer will present itself in front of you. What it is you're selling. Because quite often in business, people are trying to sell the product, or they're trying to sell the service. And yet people most likely and more often than not are wanting to buy the feeling, the emotional state that comes with it. How does it feel to have that new plasma TV, to sit back and relax and watch your favorite movies? Would it be like to take a trip away with a holiday with the family and experience all the magic of having your children around you in, say, a resort like the Disneyland theme park? What would that mean to you? And yet we could just talk about it as a holiday, as a breakaway from work, and yet it's more than that. This is where we get into marketing ourselves, talking and communicating with people effectively so that you can turn your words into profit. So listen carefully, talk less, but ask the right questions that are going to get the people, your customers, to eventually let you know what it is they want so that they actually do buy and want to do business with you again and again because you've answered their needs. This is David Lee. I hope this has answered your question, but if it hasn't, you know where to contact me, how to startownbusiness.co.uk. Thank you.